You may be in the world. Welcome to our tech and crypto news stream with me, James Bond Sama. I have my hoodie on because it's actually a little cold. Anyway, you'll notice the World Cup is gone. It's now the rugby. No, there's no Rugby World Cup coming anytime soon, but there is some big rugby if you are a rugby fan, wherever you guys are in the world. But yes, the World Cup is officially over, folks. And well done to Spain. Unlucky Argentina, you really weren't good enough. Let's be honest. And one wonders if England would have done better. Let's be honest here. Would England have done better against that Spanish side? Look, I mean, Spain were phenomenal. They were absolutely phenomenal. So, yeah, shout out to Spain. Well done for winning the World Cup for the second time in their history. And they surpass England in the amount of World Cups they have won. So one day, us English will get themselves a World Cup. Will us South Africans get ourselves a FIFA World Cup? Who knows? Sup, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Sup, superheroes and Vault Insight, or shall I say S-Heroes? S-Heroes. Sup, you guys. Good to have you guys watching. We're going to announce real quick that we are live. Make sure that everybody knows what's going down. So let's do that real quick. And then we get into what is the news that you guys need to know. Got some good gaming news, some pretty cool device news as well. So make sure that you are tuning in and stay tuned. Don't go anywhere, guys. Okay. Just a quick reminder that we are on YouTube as well. If you're watching on X, we are on Kernel Tech News Co. Kernel Tech News Co. Kernel Tech News. Kernel Tech News for desktop. If you want mobile, James Bonsama. Those are the only two X accounts we are now going to be using going forward. James Bonsama for portrait and mobile, and also Kernel Tech News for desktop. So if you're on the wrong one, just flip on over to one of those, Kernel Tech News Co. No, I get it wrong every time. Kernel Tech News or James Bonsama. All right. Let's make a quick re-announcement over here and make sure that everybody is watching and they are live. So let's head on over to James Bonsama's account real quick and say sup to those of you that are watching. Thanks for tuning in. I can't see your chat right now while I do make this quick announcement. So forgive me if you are chatting away. Right. So what do you guys need to know? What's the deal? What's happening? Well, some good news in crypto, I can tell you that. So let's just jump straight into it, shall we? And not hang around any longer, because there's a couple of things that you're going to enjoy. Super Catalyst, what's up, my man? Good to have you here and with us, bro. Thank you so much. Right, so let's go with that window over there and let's have a look at what you guys need to know. What's the latest in tech and crypto news? Again, just a reminder, James Bonsama is mobile, Kernel Tech News is desktop. That's on X. Those are the only two X accounts where you can find it. And on YouTube, Global Crypto TV. That's one word. It's youtube.com/Global Crypto TV, and we're on both there, mobile and desktop as well. So what is the big news? Well, we're going to start with tech, of course, as we always do. And this week it is some AI news kicking things off. Meta have announced some big talks with Anthropic for big AI infrastructure leasing. So this is an interesting play. The deal is worth $10 billion. It's over 2 years, and it gives Meta significant computing capacity from its data centers. So that's massive. So Meta are leasing their data centers to Anthropic, and these discussions began in June. And it's going to allow Anthropic to access their some additional infrastructure. Anthropic clearly growing at a rate of knots, because we also know that they're in talks with SpaceX as well about compute, I think from Starlink, if I'm not mistaken. So really, really is a sure sign of what's going on with Anthropic at the moment. They are growing like crazy. And I think with Fable and their new models, that just shows. I don't know about you guys, though. I am finding Claude to be a little slower and not as good. Over the last few weeks, I've actually found it has degraded, and it could be because they are reaching a bottleneck of compute. The arrangement is going to position Meta as a big player now in AI because, of course, their AI models haven't quite met the standards set by the likes of ChatGPT and Anthropic's Claude. But now it positions them as a serious player, especially in AI cloud services. And it matters to us because, of course, stronger AI dev from companies like Anthropic means more advanced, efficient, and accessible AI tools and services in everyday apps and platforms over time. AI is eating everything, and we just have to get used to the fact that it is now a daily part of life, right? Right, next up in tech news is Tesla. Some new announcements coming out of them, which they've been a bit quiet of late, but they have opened their first public electric semi mega charger station. Their first public mega charger station is designed specifically for the electric semi truck, and it supports the growing deployment of their heavy duty electric vehicles, which entered production earlier this year and production now ramping up. The infrastructure addition is part of Tesla's broader effort to build out high powered charging networks for commercial fleets. So, with Tesla now entering commercial freight, this is going to be an interesting play. And I'll tell you why. Because it is going to reduce freight and shipping costs. And of course, that in turn is going to mean that our goods are going to get cheaper, all while it supports cleaner transportation across our roads. So, huge move this for logistics in the States. Hopefully, we start to see these kind of semis being released in Europe as well and around the world. I mean, obviously, China are big on electric vehicles at the moment, and I'm sure that they would have advanced their technology. But the likes of Europe, they rely heavily on Tesla. It's pretty much your big players right now are Tesla and BYD. And BYD obviously dominates the Chinese market, Tesla dominating Europe and the States as well. So, yeah, it is an interesting play this for our economies in general, because it just means that we're going to see everything come down in price because these goods are going to be moved around our countries and our road networks via electricity, via electric motors, and no longer the high cost of oil and diesel. Right, let's move into some crypto. Talking about costs, right? Let's look into some crypto news that you guys need to know. An 8-week streak of outflows in spot ETFs has ended, people. It has finally ended. Yep, US crypto ETFs have ended their outflow streak with strong inflows. This is very good news. The record shows about $197 million in net inflows in the last 7 days, which, as I say, marks that 8-week streak of outflows. BlackRock's IBIT led the inflows at around $292 million. I apologize here. That is actually an incorrect data entry. And I will follow up with my team. I think this is $92 million. So I apologize for that. Making sure that we provide accurate information here. The spot Ethereum ETFs also saw positive momentum, about $84 million in net inflows during the same period. And this was driven as well by BlackRock, but also Fidelity. Total assets in Bitcoin ETFs reached roughly $77 billion, which represents about 6% of Bitcoin's market cap, and Ethereum ETFs held around $9.6 billion. Now, of course, this matters to us as crypto enthusiasts because renewed institutional inflows through ETFs signals growing mainstream confidence. Are we at the bottom, folks? Are we going to start turning? Is this the bottom of the bear market? One would hope so. Obviously, this is going to lead to greater stability, greater liquidity, and easier access for everyday investors via traditional brokerage accounts. You know, you've got portfolios, hedge funds, etc. don't want to buy Bitcoin directly, so they do it via these ETFs held by BlackRock, Fidelity, etc. Right, second one. This is a big one. This is a little bit more bearish. Major crypto token unlocks are scheduled for this week. And we're talking Layer 00 and Kaito's Kaito. These are significant token unlocks, and they hit the market on the 20th of July, which is today, and the 26th of July. We start with Layer 0, about $20 million worth of Zero, ZRO, is going to be unlocked, and then Kaito's Kaito at about $17 million worth of unlocks. There are also Humanity Protocols H later in the week, following standard vesting schedules for teams, investors, and early backers. So there's a lot of unlocks happening with some big cryptos, which you might want to be aware of. If you are a holder of Zero, Kaito, or H, just be aware of that. And yeah, pretty bearish news for those three tokens, unfortunately. Obviously, that's going to create short-term price pressure. Depends on whether recipients sell or hold their allocations, with some tokens like Kaito already showing weekly gains. So people are holding through the unlocks. Now, it matters to us because obviously these unlocks increases your circulating supply. We know about that. It does trigger price swings. It affects the value of holdings and investment decisions as well in the broader crypto markets. Are people going to be buying through these unlocks? That's going to be very interesting over the next couple of days. Right, guys, it's time for Tech Check. What is the tech that you need to know? What devices are on the way? We got some more Samsung news for you right here. And this is coming this week, the 22nd of July, Wednesday in London. Samsung are going to host the announcement of their new flip and foldable phones, plus another little tech device, which I'm going to share with you at the end here. But the Galaxy Z Flip 8 is coming. These are concept designs at the moment based on previous Z Flip designs. It's going to cost about $1,200. But it really is a smart looking phone if these concept designs are anything to go by. It looks sexy, it's smart, it's smooth, and it fits really nicely in the hand as well. Just some details about it. There is going to be a significant reduction in the hinge, and that is going to produce a near crease free display. So you can have a foldable phone in your pocket and open it up into a full slab style phone that actually feels like a standard phone, and that crease isn't even going to bother you anymore. So this is going to be interesting, and tech enthusiasts can't wait to see what that crease looks like. Powerful new chipset for the Z Flip 8. It's got a Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 in the US, and the Exynos 2600 globally is what the chip is going to carry outside of the US. The battery's larger, 4,300 milliamp, and they are speculating that the charging is going to be even faster on the Z Flip 8. So very cool news if you are into these flip and foldable phones. Now, this is the big speculative play that a lot of us techies are interested in. This coming Wednesday, when the announcement comes for Samsung's latest round of products and accessories in London, there is an expectation that Samsung are going to be releasing their AR glasses. Samsung Galaxy glasses. Speculation is that it's going to cost around $379 to $499. And this is a concept design. This comes from a leak. This actually comes from a design and engineering leak. And we don't know if this is what it really is going to look like. We also aren't 100% sure if this is truly going to be announced, because Samsung are being very, very tight-lipped on their AR glasses. So is it going to happen? I hope so, because we need some competition in the market. Meta have been dominating the AR field at the moment, and I think this is much needed because, of course, Samsung have always been able to make it more accessible for those that are excited about new and fresh tech. So remember when VR really started to make make the rounds. It was a big deal, big play. Obviously, Oculus dominated the market, but when Samsung came out with their VR headset, prices went down. So let's hope the same thing happens, and we'll see. Wednesday, the 22nd of July, people. We'll keep you posted right here on Kernel Tech News. Make sure you're following Kernel Tech News, one word on X. We will provide you with the full announcement details. And wrapping up the show today, guys, what is the gaming that you need to know? The gaming news, it is Gears of War E-Day. They have announced that there is going to be a version for DLSS. What is DLSS? It's NVIDIA's AI-powered upscaling technology on PC. The tech is available on RTX graphics cards, in case you guys didn't know. Yeah, so this prequel of Gears of War, it's set on Emergence Day, E-Day. It depicts the horrific first Locust invasion and the fall of a city over 3 intense days. It serves as the origin story for the series. Features fully rebuilt gameplay on Unreal Engine 5, completely revamped. Gives you new sprint sliding, jumping, climbing. There are new weapons, expanded destruction, which a lot of us Gears of War fans loved about the series, and evolved Horde Siege mode as well for up to 12 player co-ops. So a lot of people excited about this. And so, yeah, up to 4 players campaigning in co-ops, online or split screen, which is local multiplayer, refreshed 4 versus 4, player versus player, and it is now coming to Xbox Series X and Series S, and as I mentioned, PC with that deep learning super sampling, the DLSS for NVIDIA RTX graphics cards. And it's going to be available on Game Pass as well. So if you are an Xbox Game Pass holder, you will get access to Gears of War. If you are not, you can buy it for $70. That's the standard edition. And then the premium and deluxe editions with early access and extra content are expected around $90 to $100. Not fully detailed just yet. Also, the announcement date has not been released. The reason why I'm sharing this is because this week, what was announced is that Gears of War E-Day is going to be available for DLSS PC users. So if you have an RTX graphics card that supports DLSS, you are going to benefit greatly on Gears of War E-Day. This is what some of the actual gameplay looks like. This is real gameplay announced and released this week. We are talking full on graphics movies. Remember we're talking Avatar style movies that you control. This is the level of graphics we are now at, thanks to Unreal Engine 5. These are outrageous gameplay screenshots. Actual gameplay released this week from the Gears of War team for E-Day. So can't wait to see when that gets officially released. We're looking at end of 2026. We're already halfway through 2026. Do we have to wait a full 6 months? Come on, people. Let's move. E-Day is one of the most anticipated games of the year. So come on, bring it out, people. Bring it out. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. It has been great to have you with us. Don't forget, we are live every single Monday with your biggest crypto, biggest tech news, stories, and the latest devices and gaming news as well. Every single Monday, 1:30 p.m. UTC. And you can find these stories on Kernel News for all the tech stories and globalcrypto.tv for all the crypto stories. Of course, our 2 major outlets founded by Kernel Media Company. Let's have a look. If any of you said hi, I will give a quick shout out to any of you that did. Echobo Jr., thanks for tuning in, bro. Appreciate it. You are Super Catalyst. So if you don't know who Super Catalyst is, go and follow the man. Super Catalyst, one word. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Thanks for popping by. We'll catch you guys same time, same place, right here on Kernel Media's outlets. James Bonsama is where we are on mobile, and Kernel Tech News, one word, on X for desktop. YouTube, we're at Global Crypto TV. Until next week, from me, James.